Water is wet. You're going to have to pay taxes. And Batman 2 gets delayed. These are truths, I say, in life. And the truths have come back to pull it out of its pants and smack us across the face once again, as it is being reported in Variety that the Batman 2 has been delayed again, all the way back now into 2028. Matt Reeves drops the first camera test footage of Robert Pattinson's return. Nobody really cares. The Variety goes on to write this. Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2 is being delayed once again and will now open in theaters on February 18th, 2028. That release date is nearly 6 years after the March 2022 opening of The Batman. Just put this in perspective. Denis Villeneuve's going to have 3 Dune movies out in the time that it takes to get The Batman 2 out. The Batman. Reeves announced the new opening date on Vimeo, accompanied by the first camera test footage of Robert Pattinson's return in The Dark Knight. Now, I want to just find this one thing. Oh, yeah, here we go. The Batman Part 2 was originally supposed to open on October 7th, 2026. 3 months from now is when the movie was supposed to open, before Warner Brothers delayed it to October 1st of 2027. Moving the film to 2028 will give Reeves additional time in post-production. DC Studios co-chief James Gunn defended the first release date by explaining how it's fairly common for big-budget titles to have lengthy gaps before sequels are released. True. That is true. What is not true is that a movie that was supposed to come out in 2026 gets delayed to 2027 and then gets delayed to 2028. That part ain't normal. So here, now look, guys, in the grand scheme of things, this isn't that big of a delay. I mean, if you're going from October to February, so November, December, January, February, it's 4 months. It's a third of a year. I mean, it's not nothing. It's now coming out in 2028 when it was supposed to come out in 2026. They had already started shooting the movie. I mean, we know the movie's being shot. They put out test footage a while ago. Remember, they put out that Batmobile footage. I mean, everything's moving ahead. Everything's great. And now it's being delayed again. There is some speculation that they're moving the movie to make way for something else. But that doesn't really hold water for me, because you don't move the Batman to make way for something else. You move something else to make way for the Batman. I mean, I think that much is clear and obvious. Guys, look, I don't like to get into speculation when it comes to people's personal lives and health, but I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention, at some point there was talk about maybe health issues with Matt Reeves. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe something else has gone awry. But I don't think studios just randomly throw darts at the calendar and pick dates and then easily move off of them. It's a big deal to move off a release date, and they've done it several times now. I don't really have an explanation other than to purely out of my ass speculate, which, again, I don't know if it's Matt Reeves' health. I don't know if it's contractual issues. I don't know if it's the script isn't as good as the thought. I mean, I don't know. We have nothing but to sit here and speculate. Anyway, Rob, you heard this story. This Batman movie, which was supposed to come out originally in 3 months from now, moved to 2027, now moved to 2028. I don't know. Are we ever getting this movie? Is this coming, or is this going to get released on the same weekend as Todd McFarlane's Spawn movie? I mean, I don't know. When is this thing coming? When are we going to get it? What do you think?
Well, I mean, look, you pointed out that it's not that big of a move, and there's all different kinds of factors that could have caused this. Obviously it has a really intriguing cast. There might've been some kind of scheduling issues. There might've been something to do with just a production issue that they needed to surmount. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, obviously dropping camera tests on social media proves that they're moving full speed ahead. And I don't think it's really anything to worry about. I mean, the first film took, if I recall, took a long time. It was delayed as well. So I don't think that there's anything to worry about necessarily. I mean, everybody wants to, I hope it has nothing to do with Matt Reeves' health issues, but I wouldn't look. I look at it this way: as long as we get a movie of the caliber of the Batman, I'm all in, because that was a beautifully made film that gave us something new
Yeah.
presented in a new way. So I am very excited about this sequel. And I would assume it's going to be the Dark Knight of the Batman franchise. What do you call like
when it's in the same ilk? Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Look, I loved the first Batman. My only
too.
gripe with the first Batman was I thought it was a little bit long. I thought it could have been trimmed down a little bit, maybe a little bit better pace. Other than that, I totally thought it was fabulous. I've been waiting on pins and needles for this new one. Anyway, Sean, you've seen this now. It's being delayed again. I don't know, theories as to what might be causing it. Is this a big deal, or is it like Rob is saying, listen, the movie's going to come out. If it's great, we're all going to forget about it anyway. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on it right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a death by 1,000 cuts sort of situation of this is not a big delay, and you wouldn't think anything of it if not for the fact that there was years of delays before this little delay. Yeah. And there was years of the script's about to come out, we're about almost done with it. And then another year goes by, and it felt like we were finally getting momentum. We're starting to shoot it. The cast is coming together. So you get the excitement of, man, it's really happening. And then one more time, it's pushed back. It just feels like that death of it just feels discouraging. Like, are we ever going to get this thing? Though obviously they're casting it, they're filming it, they're moving forward. But I don't really have any theories because it is such a small delay. It's not pushed back a year. There wasn't some announcement with it. And so there's any number of reasons they might do that. It feels like a weird month to put out a Batman movie to move to February of all months. So that struck me as kind of odd. But also that's probably because they didn't want to push it back 6 months a year to summertime, because then you start really getting speculation about what's kind of going on. So yeah, it's just discouraging. Like someone pointed out to me when Robert Pattinson was cast, my youngest, actually, when they announced Matt Reeves was making this movie, my youngest child wasn't even born yet. And she's going to be 10 when this movie comes out. So it's like just wild, like the timeline of all of this.
Al, yeah, I mean, again, somebody was mentioning in live chat, this is going to come out when Blade comes out. I mean, like, and I saw fair question, somebody in the live chat was asking, well, maybe they just need more time for post-production. But here's the thing. You would know how much time you need for post-production when you set the October release date. Like, these things are meticulously planned out. And I don't think they just all suddenly went, oh my God, we forgot we got to do post-production on this movie. Let's bump it. So I don't know. I feel like this is just becoming kind of a running gag, kind of like Blade on that sense. But we know the quality of this. We know it's going to be awesome. And I guess we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The Batman Part 2 has been delayed again. Now coming out in the year of our Lord 2028. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Look, guys, we talk about mental health a lot around here and a lot more openly these days, but actually raising your hand and asking for help, it can still feel incredibly hard. I mean, we wouldn't hesitate to tell a friend it's good to talk to somebody, but society still makes us think twice when it's our turn. BetterHelp is working to bridge that gap. They are the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally with a network of over 30,000 fully licensed, high-quality therapists who work under a strict code of conduct. And the bottom line is that the data shows it works, holding an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. BetterHelp handles the initial matching work for you through a short questionnaire tailored to your needs and preferences. Plus, their industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they usually get it right the first time, but if you ever want to switch, you can do so at any time. Don't let stigma stand in the way of support. Start therapy with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's betterhelp.com/Campea.